Hi, okay. Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm going to share my writing exercise with you today. We're going to go through step by step with really simple, streamlined writing exercise. And this is something that you can use to manifest something that you want to manifest, create a reality you want to create, really crush a goal that you're working on. So if you've started this new year with some goals or some vision boards, and you've fallen off a little bit, this is a great opportunity to come back to it, bring it back up, and I'm going to show you how I get through my stuff. So I'm going to do this without any edits. And I created a slideshow, so hopefully this is going to go smoothly for you. So this is based on the premise that your beliefs shape your reality. So if you are a fan of Joe Dispenza work or Neville Goddard, or if you read or listen to Abraham Hicks, any of these authors, speakers, scientists, if that piques your interest, or if you've already done some of that work already, you're going to like this. So it's 4 different exercises that you do in succession, really 5. It's a 5-stepper. But the first step is really scripting and brainstorming. So if you've already done that and you already have kind of an idea, then I'll walk you through the next steps. So if your beliefs shape your reality, then we can reverse engineer from where we want to be and build the scaffolding and architecture for that reality by changing our beliefs. So that's the premise. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to just pop the screens up over my face. So scripting into reality, 5-step method. So that's what we're going to walk into. You're going to like this. Okay. I've been scripting my dreams into reality for decades, and I'm sharing my tried and true methods with you today. These 5 scripting steps are the only tools you need to create your dreams from imagination to reality. Okay, so before we get started, we're going to just kind of shake some wiggles out. Maybe rock your body back and forth, shake your arms, shake your hands, really just kind of loosen up your nervous system. Take some breaths, loosen up your brain. I have a little joke in here because, fun fact, if you start with a little joke before you do any kind of brain work, it changes how your brain, how the sections in your brain interact with each other. So this is something that scientists would do. So before they had any of their team or a think tank or anything get into creative problem solving or thinking outside of the box type work, you want to start with something a little silly, and kind of move the body a little bit, and it will wire your brain more in a more creative way. Okay, why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field. Oh, so terrible. Sometimes the best ideas come from being willing to stand outside of your field of comfort. Okay, so the 5-step method is concise and straightforward. It breaks down the expansion of your beliefs into real writing exercises. So it's so great. And I've taken years where I'm just like consuming information, listening to lectures and reading books and just consuming all these ideas only to feel really on my own when I have to go do the work. So over the years, I've been obsessive with, writing journals. I've published, journals, manifestation journals, Venus journals. This is like my little obsession, is like how to take all this information and to like build something practical, a framework that I can like use and, sit down at my desk every Sunday or whenever I have time and actually just get into the work, right? So that's what this is. This is my decades of figuring out how to take all this like mind-blowing information and put it into something I can do every day before I have to, do mundane daily things. And it works. So these are worksheets. So I have printable worksheets that you can download, and there'll be a link in the description if you want to do that, but you don't need to do that at all. I'm going to tell you all the steps and everything you need to do for the steps. You just need paper and a pen. But if you wanted the worksheets, you can download them. They're like $2 or something. Okay, so the process is gentle and self-paced. So the cool thing about having the worksheets is I can put them in my planner. You can put them anywhere, whatever size, shape you want. But, the work, you come back to this work, right? So like you may have already set up some goals for yourself or some vision boards, or really have an idea of like, I know what my future looks like. I can see it in my head. And then a couple weeks go by and you had intentions to do some work on it and you haven't, and you can just pick up where you left off, right? You just go back to the worksheets, you pick up where you left off, you read some of the notes that you made, you see how you've grown or how you can better word things. So it's self-paced. It's self-paced work, and it's supposed to be, because you need to vibrationally integrate, as you go through the day. That's okay. It's part of life. Okay, so what are the 5 steps? Let me tell you. Okay, step 1, magic morning journaling. So if you have any kind of like morning pages that you do, or a scripting ritual that you already do, where you can really get into a visualized space and a meditative space and just start writing and seeing what comes out, it can give you some clarity into what you really want, what your vision really is. And it's going to help you moving forward, because we want to embody, the sights and sounds and smells and really get into the visceral experience. So step 1, simple, right? Your morning pages, your scripting, whatever you got to do for that, however you like to do that. This isn't a to-do list or an action plan. This is different than that kind of thing. It's really just like free writing, automatic writing. Okay, step 2, desire statements. So you're going to craft a statement now. You've gained some clarity and some vision in step 1 of what you want your reality to be, and who you want to be in that reality. And now we're going to create a desire statement. Step 3 is the quantum mind map. This is my baby. Okay, I've been doing the quantum mind map for a long time. It's fantastic. It's a game changer. You're going to love it. Step 4, what do I need to believe? So this is the exercise where you see that point B that you're trying to get to, where you want to be, do, or have. You got to ask yourself, if my beliefs shape my reality, my current beliefs have created my current reality, and my future reality looks different. So there's something different about what I believe now and what I believe in that future space. Now, future, parallel, however you want to say this paradigm of reality that you want to get to, it has a slightly different set of beliefs that you're carrying right now. So this is the game. The game is augmenting my set of beliefs that I have about myself, about others, and about the world and environment around me to shape that reality I want to live in every day. And then step 5 is bridging beliefs. How do I get there? Here's my current belief system. Here's a belief system that I've decided I need to have to get there. So getting from point A to point B involves bridging your beliefs. Are you excited yet? Okay. I am. Okay. Magic morning pages. First thing in the morning, before the noise of the day sets in, you let your thoughts spill onto the page. While clearing mental clutter, you can uncover hidden desires, aligning your subconscious with your intentions. This daily ritual creates space for clarity, creativity, and intuitive guidance, helping you move from scattered thoughts into focused, intentional energy that supports what you're calling into your life. So we're going to take that clarity and that creativity, and we're going to move them into the next set of exercises. Your desire statement. This is a declaration. So your desire statements are intentional, present tense declarations that align your thoughts, emotions, and identity with what you want to manifest. They should have active, empowering language and reflect who you are being, not just what you want or accomplish, what you want to have or accomplish, but rather than focus on timing or future outcomes. These statements capture the mindset, energy, and self-concept of that version of you that already embodies this desire. By consistently writing and connecting to these statements, you begin to shift your energy, your inner world, naturally guiding your actions, beliefs, and opportunities into alignment with that reality. Here's some examples of desire statements. My body feels and moves better than ever, and I have all the time freedom I need to prioritize and nurture my health. So you can see these are different than setting a goal. Setting a goal, it's measurable, there's more details in there, there's some time elements. So this is a different exercise than that. This is more about like your self-concept and the experience of having already that version of you living that experience. My dream European vacation is booked and paid for with all the amenities and travel details already planned out. I love this one because it closes tabs. Okay, so sometimes this exercise, like if you're neurodivergent or ADHD or whatever, and you can get a little overstimulated and excited when doing this work, it can start opening tabs and you start thinking about the details and the goals and the actions. So you can see in this statement, the details are taken care of already. So my mind is just going to the anticipation and the joy and the, visualizing of it, and not so much like the tasks and demands. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense for you. I work a fabulous job that is within 5 miles of my home with a great corner office, full benefits, and creative freedom. So this one has some more details in them, which is fine if your desire is really driven by that visual of like, I have that great corner office and the view and the drive has so much ease in it, and I'm close to home and it makes me feel safe and all those things. So if that is a driving force for you, then those details help you, right? They help you feel calmer, more at ease, and more relief. Then use them. Okay, here we're going to get to the quantum mind map. So the quantum mind map is a set of questions and where you ask yourself these questions and you put in list form on the page. 4 questions answered in list form. What does it feel like to have this experience? What does it look like? Who benefits from this? So how is it helping others that you're doing this? Because it will help others. This isn't just about you. It feels like that. It feels like this is my singular desire and I'm doing all this work to pull it in, and maybe I'm feeling a little selfish and guilty about it. But that's not the case. We're interbeings. So this is benefiting others around you for sure. Your highest self wouldn't do it if it didn't benefit others. We're in service to others. Our joy that we're feeling is in service to others. So take a minute and think about who's benefiting from this. And it'll really help drive you intrinsically to get to where you need to go. And to motivate yourself to really let go of some limiting beliefs that will come up in later exercises. Okay. And what actions can I take? So like I said, this isn't a to-do list. This isn't a place where we're really setting specific, milestones or anything. But it's a question to help you see what main movements do you see yourself doing, and that are pleasurable and aligned with you. So it's really about hitting your senses and embodiment in this exercise, because I'm asking you to feel, to see, and to move within the space, right? Actions you're taking is how are you moving through the space, and what are you doing? Are you shopping? Are you driving? Are you lunching? Are you whatever that really makes you feel good about it. Okay, so next, what do I need to believe in order to have this thing, experience this thing, live this life I want to live? Choose one of your desire statements and sit with it for a few moments. What would I need to believe about myself, about others, and about the world in order for this to feel natural and true? This process helps you uncover both supportive beliefs to strengthen and limiting ones to release. By consciously choosing beliefs that match your desire, you begin to shift your inner framework. So you can write down, your limiting beliefs, in a different column if you want, because sometimes you kind of bump up against them while you're trying to grab at, what does that belief look like? Sometimes you can really feel stuck. So you can start writing that down and start picturing like an alter ego of yourself. How is that alter ego doing? They're never afraid, or they're always put together, and how their hair is, and well, why do they do that? How do they do that? What makes them feel safe to do that? So that alter ego can be carrying beliefs around, they feel priority. They prioritize their beauty and their maintenance for them to feel put together. Why are they prioritizing that? Because they love themselves, because they believe they're important, because they know it's important to present themselves to themselves and to others like that. So there's a whole belief system behind, they're always look put together. So dig into that. Okay, next slide. Where we at? Okay, bridging beliefs. So this is the last step. This is the 5th step. And you've already done some work and you've challenged your beliefs. And now it's that time where you got to grasp back at that clarity, because it could be slipping from you a little bit. And so we keep rewriting the same desire statement. So you can see like on the worksheet at the top, you're rewriting that desire statement and really connecting back to the words that you used in that, and saying to yourself like, I'm going to have to let go of some things here, but we're going to do it in a very gentle way. This exercise is about gently building a bridge between where your beliefs are now and where they need to be to support your desire. Start by choosing one belief that feels uncomfortable or not yet fully true. This is a sign you've found a growth edge, not a failure. Instead of forcing yourself to jump straight into that new belief, begin with what already feels believable. Write a few general supportive statements that you naturally agree with, then gradually expand on them, stretching each sentence slightly closer to your new belief. This process softens resistance, builds safety, and allows new beliefs to take root. You're going to love this one. You're going to love it. And take your time with it. So if you wanted to scan this QR code, I have it up here. The digital download, like I said, there'll be a link down below. But you have everything you need in this slide. You can just make a line at the top and just keep writing your desire statement on each page and set it aside so that when you come back to it in a week, you remember which one you're working on. And thank you, and please follow on the socials, and make sure you hit that subscribe button if you found this helpful in any way. I hope you did. I hope you try this out. It works wonders. I promise you, it's worth taking a couple minutes to do it. I'm really excited to hear your feedback on it, and stop back for more videos. Thank you.